Welcome to day 14 of our 31 days in word, prayer and fasting in Romans chapter 8, and today we're looking at verse 17. It reads, "And if children, then heirs, namely heirs of God, and also fellow heirs with Christ, if indeed we suffer with him, so we may also be glorified with him." You know, when I read this verse, I immediately want to go to the children and heirs bit, because that sounds really great. But I'm actually drawn to, if indeed we suffer with him, so that we may also be glorified with him. And I think part of the reason that I'm drawn to that is that it's something that's not very palatable to me. As I read these words, I realise that there's something in me that doesn't want to suffer. But then the thoughts come to mind that I'm called to experience much of what Jesus did, and that includes suffering. And my mind really initially goes to physical suffering and even the physical suffering of Jesus, but I have the sense that Holy Spirit is reminding me of the emotional and the mental suffering that Jesus experienced as he walked on the earth. How it affected him to see the poor and the needy uncared for. Seeing religious leaders leading people astray. Seeing broken hearts and broken bodies as a result of sin. His people, the people that he came from and came for, turned away from him. You know, all of this caused Jesus to suffer. But in these same situations, he was glorified because he let his Father lead and guide him, comfort him, restore him. So in that place of suffering, if we suffer with him, if I suffer with him, I may also be glorified with him. I'm going to respond to that. Father, I don't like the idea of suffering, and I would gladly avoid it. But I know that in this world I will experience suffering, even as Jesus did. Thank you for your redemption of suffering, that you are able to use all suffering for my good as I trust you, as I lean on you, as I receive from you the insights and perspective that keep my heart pure and free of offence. In this, you are glorified, and I'm also glorified. Wow. You know, there is so much that I could learn from this verse, so I'm going to spend some more time. I hope you will too.